14:27 to go in the first. And still no score between these two teams. Final meeting of the three-game season series. Pushed in front. A shot. They get one here. Ricard Raquel all by himself in front of Allen on a setup from the right wing wall by Getzlaf. And the Ducks take advantage of a miscue, lack of coverage in front of Allen by St. Louis, and go ahead 1-0.
Now that the journey has landed you here, we just had the 10-year anniversary of the 2007 Stanley Cup celebration. You were here in 03.
Yep.
You've been through some incredible playoff runs with this team. Obviously, both of us have been very fortunate who've been around a successful franchise. What are some of the calls, moments that stand out to you just at the top of your head?
Well, what's remarkable to think, Southern California hockey fans, is this team came within a game of winning 2 Stanley Cups, and they've had some great runs. It's been a pretty successful franchise, not only off the ice, but on the ice. Ken, I would think the 2003 run, the sweep over Detroit in the first round, was remarkable. But just to go a little past 2003, you asked me about 07. Wow.
Longer at the point to Solani. Front Scott Niedermayer. He scores! He scores!
The series against Detroit was unbelievable, and I think people tend to forget that, you know, you're down 2-1. You have to get a Game 4 victory. They did, and then Game 5 is probably the one that sticks out. You know, Randy Carlisle pulling the goaltender, and Niedermayer gets it, Solani gets it.
Here come the wings. Lilia turned it over. Solani in, shoots, scores! Solani scores to win Game 5!
I still say that I knew then that we were going to win the Cup. A lot of people say yes, some say no. The players will say no, the coaches, but had a feeling that, you know, this is fate here, the way this whole thing's going. And we go on to win the next game, and then the 5-game series win over Ottawa. Kent, Game 5 was kind of like my highlight.
Yeah.
Because you dream as a kid, you know, being able to do a game like that. And it's like, with everything you've been through, you're sitting there going, this is actually happening.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. I used to dream about that, you know, talking, you know, when I go to bed at night, like,
well,
how would you call Stanley Cup?
Yeah, you can hear it in your voice. I mean, and two, I think the passion enhances and everything with the road that you came from, and so I think that just, it culminates. So I mean, what a way. And again, you're, by no means are you any close to being done, but what a way to, you know, to have just to put the icing on the cake, so to speak.
Yeah, it's there, and all you want to do is I put down some bullet points because I knew we were going to win that night. Yeah. Especially when the score seesawed and Moen gets the goal to put us up by 3. Just don't screw it up. This is your big opportunity. Just don't. Just have
you
it.
hear
and
people scripting
it.
out a home run call or a milestone for a player or something like that. So you wanted to make sure that you had the right frame of mind.
You put bullet points like you have to say the Ducks win the Stanley Cup. I did it twice. Then you have to say it was a team effort. You have to see and describe the players coming off the bench. You know, emotionally, you get kind of keyed up for it. And, it worked out pretty good, I think.
6 seconds left. Chris Pronger has the puck. Holds on, and the Anaheim Ducks have won the Stanley Cup. The Anaheim Ducks have won the Stanley Cup. The Ducks players come flying over the boards. The Ducks are the first team from California to win the Stanley Cup. A golden moment for hockey fans in Southern California to treasure forever.
How cool is it, though, to be able to know that your voice is part of history with this franchise? When people look back and they listen to that game, and that as the time's ticking down, it's your voice.
You know, I don't know how you can describe that. You know, there's been a lot of years where you don't really think about it until you get to this reunion that we had here this year. Yeah. But, you know, I guess maybe it just hasn't sunk in yet because we're so busy here and there's been so many great games to think about. Maybe one day when I retire, and hopefully that's 10 or 15 years from now, I can sit back and go, that's neat. But it's just kind of hard to explain. I think this might sound kind of corny to you, but I think every day when you work hard to get something, and you know, this is what, 42 years later after I'm still emotional because, you know, I'm pretty fortunate. That's the way I look at things. But you know, now I'm all messed up here. I couldn't even talk. But I just think every day being at a job you enjoy, being around people you enjoy, fans that you enjoy, here in Southern California, that in itself is like winning a Stanley Cup, because I never thought it was going to happen.
The Anaheim Ducks are the 2007 Stanley Cup champions, and we have ourselves a mighty special hockey team here in Anaheim, California.
Well, I think people know you, but they don't know your story, and hopefully when they watch this, I know they appreciate what you do for the organization, but I think they appreciate your journey even more, and we appreciate you being part of this whole thing. And you're a mentor to me, man. It's been fun to be part of this, and here's to you, man. Thank you.
All right,
thanks for doing this.
No problem.